Ooh, what is up? What is up? We are live. Hey, Barry, can you hear me okay?
Yeah, I can.
Perfect. What is up, OFP Nation? How awesome is this? We are finally live on YouTube for the first time ever, I think, maybe. I don't know, or maybe it's been a while. But we want to say welcome to those of you who are joining us live right now, and shout out to those of you who watch the replay of this. As always, we meet every Sunday to do our weekly analysis. So Barry and I are going to be taking a look at the charts. We're going to look at our watch list for the week ahead. And we are going to then open up Q&A at the end of the analysis. So if you guys have any questions about the analysis we do, if you have any pairs you want us to look at, let us know. Or if you have any technical analysis questions, please feel free. If you're having any trouble with anything, you want to share ideas or kind of get some insight, you guys can talk to us about that too. We're happy to help out any way we can. Questions, I'll be paying attention to the comments while Barry's doing his analysis. So, I'll be happy to answer anything. Otherwise, we can wait till after the analysis. Let's just remember to keep things kind and courteous. Thank you. We appreciate you guys. But I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to step to the background and I'm going to let Barry do his thing that he always does every week. Are you ready, Barry?
Yes, I am ready. Always ready.
Sounds good.
All right. Welcome everyone to today's analysis. So first things first, I'm gonna talk about Aussie Swiss. Yeah, it's a trade that we talked about on Wednesday, that it may be coming down to the previous levels right here, and it did exactly that, and it took out that low. So this was like a very ideal more than a 10-to-1 type of trade, and it went immediately to that level, didn't waste any time. So yeah, we'll look more into it and see where it's gonna go to for the week ahead. So as of now, let us get into our usual pairs. So let me just bring up my sticky notes. You won't be able to see it, but yeah, the pairs we usually look at is dollar Mexican peso, dollar yen, euro dollar, CAD Swiss, pound yen, and gold. But of course, we will most definitely be looking at also NAS 100 and US 30. So let's first start the euro dollar. So with euro dollar, we can see here we have just been moving sideways for the past week. I am seeing us probably next week coming to the downside, most probably, especially since there's going to be red flag news next week. So I'm hoping that we may actually breach below these levels. So that's what I'm looking for next week. Apart from that, nothing much that I'm looking on euro dollar. But let's actually look at dollar Mexican now. So with dollar Mexican, it has actually reached this pin bar level. So I always leave these areas so that we can come back to them. And yeah, it is ideally just made a pin bar over here. So a break of this trend line would definitely signify to us that this market is going down. Then we can be obviously aiming for this level below here on the 1700 level. But of course, if you want to also play it safe, this level of support would also be ideal for a break below that. Then you can aim for this level here and then put your stop loss above the previous high. But as of now, it looks like it wants to stay around this area for a while. If it does, then most probably next week you can be seeing a downward move. If not, then we might have a break to the upside. Then we might be aiming for this previous pin bar over there. But as of now, we're just anticipated a drop and a break below this trend line. Another pair we can look at is USD yen. USD yen has been pushing to the downside for quite a while. Same with pound yen. So as of now, it looks like we have probably halted for a bit, but this could be also the same scenario as we had here the previous week, where it looked like we were going to the upside, but then we ended up coming back down to the downside. So we might probably be in the same scenario, but I highly doubt it, since like Japan, I don't think would be wanting to prop up their yen as much. And obviously, there is some red flag news next week with the US dollar. So, again, we are like, there's this support level, but then there's also this deeper support level at 15200. And, well, it seems like, yeah, we reached it actually right there. So this support level seems like an area we're bouncing from. So this can be our second attempt to see if it's really going to reverse to the upside. And of course, if it's going to reverse to upside, we're going to be looking to make new highs on dollar yen. So once we have like a confirmation or a break beyond this, then we can be aiming to the upside, and then we put our stop loss right below the previous low. If you want to play it extra safe, then would be looking to break these support levels over here, then still aiming for the upside, then of course reduce your risk and aim for probably a 3 to 1, 4 to 1, whatever the market gives us. But yes, that's what we would definitely take. I'm going to take a safer approach, most definitely, because volatility has increased. I'll be showing you that in a bit. But yes, volatility has increased from 12% to now 15%. So yeah, it's at 15 going to 16. So we may even be in a 20 level. So we're going to have a lot of moves in the market, like a lot of volatility, downside, upside, you name it. We're going to be all in it. So this is also the same similar scenario with also pound yen. We seem to actually be reversing really well as compared to the previous time here, because we never even had a trade opportunity on pound yen when we had a trade opportunity on dollar yen. So this seems like we are definitely reversing here. So if we do reverse here, we'll be looking for a break beyond this trend line. If not the trend line, then this resistance level over here around 203. Once we have a break beyond that, then we need to look to make a new high as well. Another pair we can look at is CAD Swiss, similar to Aussie Swiss. So same thing happened as well. It broke to the downside, but there were not any support levels strong as on Aussie Swiss. So this is just like in the middle of nowhere. But of course, to play it safe, a break below this trend line would be ideal, or the resistance level beyond 64800. So we're definitely going to be looking for this level to be breached this coming week. Yeah, so the level right here is the level we are looking to breach in this coming week. So if the market is strong enough, and I believe NFP is this week as well, then if we breach beyond this resistance, then we can look to probably even take out these previous resistance levels and make a new high beyond the July level, like a new high for July. That's what we'll be looking for. We can't be aiming for these previous highs for June and May. So we'll be definitely looking to take out the high of July in the next coming month, most especially since we're getting to August. So a break beyond this resistance level will signify some upside movement to break the highs of the previous month of basically July. So that's what we're going to be looking at. Also, apart from that, we just watch the market. And last but not least, well, it's not last but not least, it's the second. That's gold. So gold has been dropping to the downside. It held for a bit over here, but I believe this level may be where we may be reversing from, though it's in the middle of nowhere. But either ways, we're gonna play it safe. We're not even gonna focus so much on this trend line. The trend line will be our first confirmation. Second confirmation will be the break of a resistance to support, just because volatility is in the market. So majority of you traders need to also be careful with where you place your stop losses. Stop losses will be hit occasionally, especially if you're a day trader. So you need to be careful with that. But opportunities are going to be there, especially if you're a day trader. So you need to be very careful of how you go about trading this coming week, especially because if volatility goes beyond 20, yeah, we may be seeing 100 pip moves, 200 pip moves, especially on pound dollar or euro dollar. Even on gold, we may be seeing crazy moves, especially. So coming back, yeah, we held this level for a little while. So what I'm looking for the market to do is probably break this trend line as the first confirmation. The second confirmation is to break the resistance at 2432. That's what I'm looking for the market to break the resistance at 2432 right there. So that's what I'm looking for. Then from there, we can look to make a new high over here. So that's what I'm seeing with gold next week. And then let's quickly go to our last pair for the evening, which is NAS 100. NAS 100 is still holding the same level. Yeah, we don't do anything. We're just watching the same level. And yeah, if we get a break beyond 19,900, then we can look to buy into this market as well. So as of now, the first confirmation will be the trend line. It's a very good trend line right now. It's not very steep as it was before. So once we have a break of the trend line, that will be first confirmation. Second confirmation will be the resistance at 19,917. Then we can buy and then aim to make a new high, then also tighten our stop loss. So these are the pairs we are looking at this coming week. So at this point, yeah, the Q&A can begin. Which pairs would you like us to look at? Right, so which pairs would you want us to look at? Or questions that you may have? All right, US 30. Okay, let's look at US 30. So, US 30. All right. So US 30 seems to have made a high, as we can see over here. Then we pushed all the way down. So ideally, yeah, this is a level of interest. So 39500 looks to be like a level of interest currently, right here, because again, we have already breached this resistance, but there was no pin bar that we could reverse from. Though this is a pin bar, but this didn't seem like we filled it in nicely. But again, I could be wrong. Probably this is when we're going to make a new high, but ideally a good place for us to reverse from is this consolidation area. So I'm looking for US30 to actually drop a bit further, come into this box. So we may see levels of 39,200, even 39,100 here, the 39,000 level. So 39,200 and 39,000 level is levels we may come down to before we actually make a new high. If not, then we may just continue moving to the upside and then actually make a new high. Then maybe we can come back to this level at another date. So that's what I'm seeing on US30. Overall, you can still jump onto this, but with minimal risk. But this would be like a 1-to-1. So if this risk is not what you're looking for, then you'd most definitely just have to wait for the market to come to this box area, then bounce off it, then aim to make a new high. So that's what I'm seeing for US30 in the coming week. A decline, then a push to the upside to take out the previous high for resistance. Right. So any other pair that you may be interested in for us to look at this evening or afternoon, wherever you are in the world right now? Any other pair or questions? What about you, Ria? Anything you'd like us to look at for this evening?
Uh, you know me. I'm always looking at Aussie Swiss franc. I think I'm in it. I think I got it in on Friday to just
Okay.
for like a short buy.
Upside movement.
Yeah.
Okay, okay.
So
Okay,
we
but I'm sure you you saw what really happens when I say that this has happened before. So that was like deja vu
we're
in
having
the
deja.
markets. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah.
an opportunity a few people missed. Whoever got on that train was very fortunate. Like me, I got on that train. So yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yes, and there's a question from Gaston. He
Eh,
says that
Agostinho.
uh, he is curious, does US30 have the same movement as Nasdaq? No, it does not, surprisingly. US30 is like, I believe, the top 30 companies in the US.
Correct.
Yeah, so yeah, that's so different. Of course, you don't expect 200 companies combined together creating an index to perform exactly the same as 30 companies. Of course, they may have similar movements, but not exact same movements. So, like NAS 100 made a new high, US 30 also made a new high, but the decline is totally different. We can see with NAS 100, it came to a support level and it's holding right down the support level. It hasn't even pushed to the upside. It's just right there at the support level and it's not moving anywhere. It's just stagnant. Whereas US30, it kind of touched our, yeah, it kind of touched our pin bar over there, and it slightly bounced off it strongly. But then it's a question again, should we enter right now? It depends. But again, like I said, this would be like a 1-to-1 if you were to enter right here and put your stop loss right below here. So would probably be waiting for a decline to the downside. And then you might actually start to see that on NAS 100, it starts to go to upside. So yes, they may correlate at certain times, like when NAS 100 makes a new high. So the same with US30, because US30 has similar companies that are in the NAS 100. Yeah, so that's just the major difference between them, but they don't move the same. Um, I Sarab asks what trading platforms are supported. Well, the first platform that you see here is C Trader. So we use C Trader and Match Trader. Those are the two platforms we use. Yeah. So if you're from the US, match trader will be for you. If you're not, then C trader is for like the rest of the world. Yeah. All right. So yeah, let's look at your pair here. Aussie Swiss. Aussie Swiss. Right. Yeah, so of course we had our decline all the way down here. Sentiment, as you can see, is really low on sellers. So there are very few people selling and a majority of people buying. So this would be actually an ideal point to actually buy since there's a huge imbalance. So yeah, let's first draw our trend line over here because like everything is switching up because of the volatility, like I mentioned before. Volatility is our friend and our worst enemy at this point. So yeah, I guess this is really steep level. So even drawing the trend line is really hard at this point. So I believe this is how we'll draw a trend line on this one. So a break above here, this trend line, would signal our first confirmation that this market is going up. As of now, entering right now, it's still ideal. So this is made like a pin bar. A pin bar is also a good entry. And yeah, if you entered exactly at this pin bar and put your stop loss, this is like very much minimal risk. And then we'll be definitely aiming to take out the highs of July. But as for me, what I'm waiting for is a break of this trend line. Then support level, I would say, is somewhere here. So this support level at support level. Okay, this is one thing that does not make sense. Okay, let's just do this. So support level at exactly 5,900 to 5,200 is what we're looking to break. So this will be our second confirmation that we will be going to the upside. So just slightly above 59100. Once we breach this, then we'll be looking to take out the highs of July. Then wherever the support level is, that's where we might put our stop loss. Or you can go a time frame down, like what I did when we were here. Yeah, you go a time frame down to a 15-minute chart, then try and minimize your risk as much as possible. Like, yeah, basically put it on the previous high, then you take a huge chunk, maybe a 10 to 1. Yeah, just rip it right through. Yeah, so that you can maximize your profits and reduce your risk overall. But of course, because of volatility, stop losses can easily be hit. So you need to be careful with that. So, any other questions? Like pairs you'd like us to look at? We're still here, and I hope everybody is seeing the discount code below. We are 40% off the 200K accounts. I
Yeah.
guess this is valid till what, in the next 2 hours?
Yeah. So we have about an hour and a half left. So at
Yeah.
just about midnight Central European time is when it will be finito, all done. So if you haven't had a
Okay.
chance to grab your 200K account at with 3% daily drawdown, 80% profit split with a 40% discount, be sure you go ahead and do that now before we run out of time.
Yes. So you've heard her. Make sure you get on this discount as soon as possible. And a quick heads up to everyone else, on Friday there's also going to be I would say competition. So you better avail yourselves. We'll also be live, I believe, Ria, on YouTube. Yeah, where we'll select the winner. Yeah, so yes, you have to just do one simple thing: answer the poll of whether you believe NFP numbers are going to be greater than expected, as expected, or worse than expected. Then From the people answered correctly, we'll choose a winner, and then we'll give them a discount or an account between the two. So, yeah, just make sure you avail yourselves on Friday. I'll be posting it as early as possible in the Discord channel. So if you haven't joined our Discord, get over there, join our Discord. Yeah, then you shall see in the weekly analysis channel where I'll post the poll. Then from there, you know what to do. Yeah, you answer the poll. So I also talked about actually showing you the VIX to show you exactly what's happening. I'm not sure if we have the VIX here. Volatility. No, it's not here. So I'll have to share my screen. Right. Okay.
What happened? Did you turn it down? Did you remove it?
Yes, yes, I kind of did. You can see my screen, right?
I not your chart. Do you want me do you want your chart up?
Um, yes, there's I'm using Trading View.
Okay, yeah. Somehow you got removed from your chart got removed from the stage.
Oh, okay, okay. Yeah, yeah.
But we're
You can
back. You're back now.
yeah, yeah. So you everybody can see my screen right now? Are you able to see my screen,
I
Leah?
see it. I see it. Yes,
Okay,
sir.
great. If you can see it, then everybody else can see it. So, yes, so this is basically the volatility index. You also need to be aware of this, especially when you're trading. So, we have been just going sideways since May. So, the market hasn't been really dangerous for traders, I can say. So, right now is when this beast seems to be waking up. So, we went as high as 17 for the VIX. So we need to be actually very careful with it. Like that means there's going to be a lot of volatility. We're going to be seeing crazy moves on like euro dollar, pound dollar, and any other pairs, like markets moving more than usual. But if we go beyond like 20, 30, yeah, we're going to be seeing 150 pip moves and the like. So just a heads up, volatility is changing, so we need to keep an eye on this. So next, let's look at our calendar. So for tomorrow, there's nothing. So the markets may just move however they want. Then on Tuesday, we have US news and Euro. Not so much of an impact though. Then on Wednesday, we have CPI. That would definitely impact the market. Then on also Wednesday, we also have the interest rate for Japan. So we'll see what happens. Are they going to increase the interest rate or keep it the same? Then we have some US dollar news and also Fed interest rate. Yeah, for the US. Obviously, they're going to keep it the same, I believe. Yeah, we have a busy week next week. So we also have interest rate for pound, which they suspect that um, the rate will reduce, which I kind of doubt it because in order for them to reduce their rate, US needs to reduce their rate. So if we do see a change in rate for the Fed, then we'll definitely have a change rate for pound as well. And then we also have manufacturing PMI. Oh, this will definitely move the market on Thursday. So Thursday, be ready for it. And also unemployment claims. Then Friday we have NFP. So yeah, it's gonna be a busy week starting from Tuesday, and it's gonna get hot from Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So make sure you put your stop losses where you need to be, and yeah, if you see any opportunity in the market, take it. Don't hesitate. Right. So I believe this is where we actually conclude.
We do have a question from Agostinho.
So the 4 hour time frame is the
Mhm.
only one you use for your analysis, like you analyze and place trade on the same time frame. Yes, we only place trades on the 4 hour, and yeah, that's because like a sweet spot for us. Yeah, like I don't think if you go to 1 hour, 1 hour you can be stopped out quite a number of times, while 4 hour kind of holds levels really well. But again, if for example we have like a one-to-one trade that we are looking to enter, if we're looking to have a higher reward and a lower risk, we can still go like into the 15-minute chart. 15 minutes is actually ideal to be doing that. Then we just reduce the risk to the previous low or previous high. Then we aim for whatever level we're aiming for. Then we can probably get maybe a 3-to-1, a 4-to-1, or higher, just to maximize our risk. But if we are cool with 1-to-1, we go with 1-to-1. So that's how we do it most of the times. So yeah, if on the 4 hour time frame we have a 5-to-1, we just take the 5-to-1. We don't need to start going a time frame lower. Yeah. Any other questions from anyone?
That
Any
was a
other
good
questions?
question, Agostinho. So thanks for asking. But yeah, higher time frames are really great for just having an overall idea of what the long-term trend of that particular pair is. Um, so when you want to catch moves, um, that, and you want to make sure, I don't know, like Barry was saying, it's more solid, I guess. So then you
Mm-hmm.
can just kind of see structure a little bit more clearly when you move up in the time frame, and you can see overall trend when you move up in a higher time frame. So that's why we like using higher time frames for that. Um,
All
thank
right.
you. Yeah, he said that's all.
Awesome, awesome. Well, thank you all for attending today's session on YouTube.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah. So this will be like the ideal place for us all, so that nobody can have to install anything like Zoom.
yeah,
Just go right into your browser and join us. Simple as
yes.
that. But yeah, you do have to have a YouTube account so that you can comment. Yeah,
Well, most people do though. Most people are on YouTube. So
yeah, yeah. Definitely, definitely. All right. So yeah, the recording will be made available after the live session. Yeah, so have a awesome trading week. Stay safe. Volatility is high. Use your stop losses and take profits when you can. Yeah.
yes. And don't forget, there is an hour and a half left on our promotion. So if you want to take advantage of that, make sure that you go ahead and do so. Did I lose you, Barry?
No, I think that's all.
All right, everybody. Until next time, we'll see you back here on Wednesday for our next analysis, our midweek analysis. All right, Barry, you ready to end the stream? We out of here?
Yeah, yeah, sure.
All right.
Definitely.
All right. We're out, everybody.